There is, no Mars at the moment. Maybe she'll join later, maybe she won't. Unfortunately, her day of touching grass ended up in her missing her train, and not a lot of trains. So maybe she'll hop on, maybe she won't. But it's just us. Oh no, she's alive and she has a ride, so I know that she's okay. But I hope she'll be here. I expect she'll try to be here. But we'll see what comes up with that one. Otherwise, you get Ori. It's Ori only night, which is very rare. It probably, like I said, it probably will be. She needed more training. It probably will be Mars eventually. We used to do this a lot more often, where it was Ori started the night and Mars joined in later. But she's been good recently. She's falling back into her old ways. No, I'm joking. But Enthuse, you're here. Well, hello, Dichotomy, and Nicole, and Jamie, I saw you're lurking. Jamie, and Cool Cat. Hi, Cool Cat. Long time no see. Jamie, if you hear us but you're lurking, Mars really wanted to know how you liked Crate AU Part 3, so... Future. Otherwise, we'll mention that. But yeah, I'm honored that any letters at all come up with T. And, you know, yeah, I'm glad that you watch me more than you need synonyms. Maybe you just got better at synonyms, you know, Dichotomy, so you need that less, not that me more. But, you know, both is good. Either way is great. Website news. This website pops up for H. Interesting. Very interesting. The T is new. Well, you know, slowly, somehow. I don't know how, Dichotomy, but somehow I'll become the top search for every letter. That's the ticket. The thing that I hate the most is that Twitch and Twitter started with, like, the same first 3 letters, and I hated that. But now I don't use Twitter anymore. So it doesn't matter to me anymore. There's no J in the whole amount of letters. There's a lot of not letters in the whole thing. But I wanted to say, Enthuse, since you're here, I don't know if you heard last night at all or if you watched anything, but I have completely cut Elevator Hitch. Because I know you're asking about it recently. I've completely cut it up. It is not fully edited yet, but the first process is done. There are 6 episodes. You can still get Twitter from twitter.com. Hello, Mason. Welcome. I hope your second night of your play was just as good as the first, if not better. No worries, Cool Cat. I hope your question has been answered, but if it has not, feel free to ask. As these are very casual nights. Literally every stream but the Ace Attorney stream is like a nuts. Is like a, whatever we're feeling doing stream. Hello, Roval. Welcome, everyone filtering in. You never twitted? I attempted to Twitter once upon a time because it does have a scheduling feature, but you know, I just never understood it. I'm being honest. I just really couldn't get. I never understood it. I know it did really well for if you know Abyssal Brews Dichotomy, they do really well on Twitter. They have like a ton of followers on Twitter, but so I tried to follow their thing, but God, they fucking tweet all the time. Oh my God. Like every day, multiple times a day. And you know, I bet that's what you gotta do, but I just couldn't do it. I've spoken to Abyssal a few times. Very nice. I've not spoken with them. No, that's a lie. I briefly messaged them on Twitter once. I DM'd them on Twitter once to ask them how they made their things for, the Whoozamawetsis. For the virtual tabletop Foundry. Sadly, they just told me they had somebody else do it. They couldn't help me. Maybe one day. Dylan hopes to eventually get us onto Foundry instead of Roll20. So, we shall see. That'll be a one-day thing. Do I still use Threads? I haven't really posted anything on there. If I'm being honest, I probably use Discord like I would use, like most people use Threads and Twitter. That's probably just the better place for that. There's just, you can't schedule on Threads at all. If Threads comes out with a scheduling feature, I might use it more. I've used it every once in a while. I look back and I'm like, ah, yes, Threads. I have this. I'll post that on there. But usually I don't. Yes, Mason. So Mars unfortunately missed her train coming back from touching grass, so she is not here at the moment. She may or may not show up later. If you're a Jupiter, you've gone too far. Yes, that is true. Are men so hard to draw? It's so funny. I definitely am I draw men more than I draw women. Is the thing. If I'm being honest, I feel like most artists, you get one, and then the other one is hard no matter what. But, I only recently put in the effort to draw abs because, you know, I really don't draw a lot of shirtless characters, so it works out. But yes, Nicole, 100%. Honestly, there's a lot of things that if these things start making real money, they would go more into paying other people to do more shit for me than they would be going into paying me. I'd rather have like a chill job and then just like pay people to do other stuff. But there's a problem with being creative. It's definitely like a creative person, and then you need like managing. Is that like I still want a lot of hand in it. So like a social media manager, that's pretty easy. I give you all the stuff, and then like they would post it when needed or whatever. But like video editing, it's like I want like a couple parts doing whatever. Yes, we are doing magic items, Roval, so please be my guest. And anybody else, we're opening the things. Armor is a tricky one. I definitely Gijinka this. Darren's Instant Fortress. Alright, we'll look at that too. That's a funny phrase there. That kind of Gijinka this. Very interesting. But yeah, honestly, all the social media all the social media that I use consistently is has a scheduling feature. Talking is very hard. It's a scheduling feature. We have a Griffin's saddlebag item. I own both Griffin's saddlebag books. I probably won't get a third though, because I no longer play D&D. But the Griffin saddlebag is the name. It feels like in homebrew magic items. And we also have this for the next one. Both? Aren't there like 4? There's no way there's 4 dichotomy. This Kickstarter just like this one I just got from the Kickstarter. There's no way there's 4 already. Instagram has scheduling enthusiasts. So if you go to the Meta Business Suite, you can schedule Instagram posts. Without it, I would literally die. Because I gotta tell you, I don't want to think about it. That's why like shorts don't come out at any specific time. I can't schedule a YouTube short. So it's just a in the afternoon sort of thing. Yeah, it's not great, but it's worth it. Because my whole theme is scheduling multiple weeks in advance. You gave up on it. Every once in a while it craps out dichotomy, but I find more overall it's worth it for me because I just can't. And my art account doesn't have like the built-in Instagram scheduling feature. Some accounts do have a built-in Instagram scheduling feature now, Enthuse. That is a newer thing. But it's like only larger accounts and stuff, so it's not every account. But yeah, I can't do it if you're doing any like fancy stuff with Instagram stuff though. But every other like free scheduling app for Instagram is like, you only get one. You can't do carousels, and it's just like, without carousels, it's not worth it. And that's why I want to get into, like, I keep trying to be a Tumblr person again. I was a Tumblr person in the early days of Tumblr, in the highlight of Tumblr, and then, you know, had great Tumblr exodus, and now I'm trying to get back into it because it does have a scheduling feature, and posts never die, and honestly, it's just great. You know, you said that apostrophe, cool cat. You can't take it back. It's just how it works. All right. Yeah. I did Sunfire twice. Dairn's Instant Fortress. Alright. 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 Here we are. This is what it is. We're bringing up my trusty symmetry tool. I'm gonna shrink this a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. Yes. I'm gonna take a sippy. It is what it is, cool cat. I don't make the rules. Okay, let's view this. I really like this like wing portion here. This gives me like a wing vibes, and you know, if you know me, I feel like if there's wing vibes, we gotta go wing vibes. Definitely giving me like a single eye sort of thing. It's a very nice thing for very specific purposes, cool cat. You know, if you're trying to make something symmetrical, like a sword or something, I love doing it. If you're trying to, like, I'm just drawing like a profile, you know, for an icon, it's great. You know, all that sort of stuff. But honestly, when I do the comic, it's more of a hassle than anything. So I never use it for the comic because there's just almost never a case for it. I do use it solely if it's like an eyes close-up. If the comic has like an eyes close-up moment where it's like straight on, then I'll use the symmetry tool. And honestly, mostly, it's more annoying than it's worth. Never know before to. Is it funny that I don't like either of those parts of the chicken very much dichotomy? I am a person that is a wimp. I don't like eating things that are close to their original form, I guess. Does that make sense? Chicken breast is where I'm here for. Nicole, I did make wing leggies. I have, I might actually have the sketchbook right here. Hold on. If this is the sketchbook. No, I'm not a drumstick person. I'm a chicken breast person. Technically, I'm a beef person overall. Steak. See, I can eat steak. Like, I won't pick it up and eat it off the bone. Oh, God, no. Ah. Okay, I painted the cover of this book. It was a bad idea because I covered it in, like, Mod Podge or something to seal the paint in, and now the band always sticks to it, so that's not good. Oh, that was the reference? Well, I don't think... Did I ever show the wing leggies? I don't know if I ever showed the wing leggies. There they are. So I'm gonna show the wing leggies. There's also like shoulder wings. And if I'm ever like, oh yes, the thing, and I'm not getting into the reference, it's more that I forgot. Not that I think you guys forgot. It's more I forgot if I ever said it or not. I guess we'll put it in couch. Wing. How did you say it, Nicole? Wing legs. Ta-da. There it is. Now we can bring it onto stream. I transfer all of my images through Discord and nothing else. Alright, there's the wing legs. Whoa, too far, too zoomed. I probably have. I probably mentioned a lot of things on stream more than once. This is very old. This sketchbook is from when? Technically, I just finished it in 2023, but it started in November of 2020, so. This is my last sketchbook before my most recent one. So it has lots of band AU Milanos in it. And some cute other stuff. Lots of wings. Yeah, because my brain was like, is a leg just not an arm in reverse? And you know what? It is. So wing leggies. I also do like these shoulder wing things. Again, they're much more, these are all aesthetic rather than, this was for designing a character, a D&D one-shot character I had that his name was, Acer Campestre. And that is actually just the Latin name for the field maple. Just straight up. Acer Campestre is the Latin for the taxonomy for the field maple. Reminds you. All right, let's actually start the timer this time. And let's get this going, so I don't leave everyone who's here for the D&D hanging as I just ramble, because I will, and I mustn't, you know. Alrighty. But happily, I can have chat right next to me. Is chat even on the screen? Chat's showing up on screen, right? I hope it is. Ooh, okay. We're getting, you know, Sunfire. We're getting angel vibes. This is where we're going. Definitely sort of a rounded face. And, you know, kind of the arms kind of come in to give this sort of like round vibe here. You know, there's a lot of circles in the design of this, so I'm gonna give lots of rounded points in here. It is there. Ah, yes. I can. Just, you have to promise you won't think. Remind me again. If you can remind me again. I would say no enthuse. We're pretty chill. If you remind me again when this timer runs out, dichotomy, I will do it right after that during the break between things. I will try to remember as well, but that'll be cool. Cause I don't want to take this. I don't want to waste my timer time right now. Cause I talk too much and I get distracted. But I would say no enthuse. We're pretty chill with the whole thing. Doing it on stream is it's a rather easy thing. I know where it is, and it's just drag and drop into Discord. But it's more just like taking the time. I don't know what you're gonna do with them, dichotomy, but for reference and inspiration, just they're a little cringy. Okay. Oh, maybe they're not. I don't really remember them. That's my one stipulation. You can't make fun of me. Alrighty. And then we have this. Move up. Probably shrink them. Shrink them better. They were not cringy. I don't remember what the words say. It's not the art is fine, but there's a lot of words in it that we didn't look at because I don't remember what they say. So it's me trying to be like sciencey researcher of D&D world was the goal. I was trying to be the Hotson of the Forgotten Realms, essentially. The other thing that gets me is when I did that interview with the people who do what is it called? Rally. And I was like Hotson. That was a wild time. That was an interesting one as well. Okay, great. Now we're gonna have... I like the idea of sort of this blue sort of maybe mask. It's like a mask. Got the second ring. And then we have the little spikies coming out of this. Gives me like Genshin villain vibes. Don't they all have like masks? I think that's right. I think the Genshin villains like their masks. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm incorrect. Okay. Yeah, we have that. We have that. Beauteous. All right. Now I want to encompass this circle back here. Well, thank you for the alert, cool cat. And I hope your muscle drawing endeavors continue to improve. Yeah, okay. I like it like this. Very nice. You get this sort of circle halo thing. Been a while since you Genshined. I've never Genshined. I consume a fair amount of... Like, I see a lot of Genshin shorts. People who, you know, streamers who do play it and they know a lot about it. So, I have all this, like, fringe knowledge. But nothing ever concrete. Mars is the Genshin person, so she's not here. I'll never know. Alright, okay, I think that's good. I think we need to shrink her slightly again. Great, great. Alright, it's wingy time. We're gonna wing it. Now I'm really gonna try and model them off of this sort of thing here. I don't know, Dichotomy, have you seen what all the stuff about Risley? I'm just saying, everyone's looking at the Genshin shorts. Oh no, stop. There it is. Beautiful. Okay. So I want to kind of come over. So if my arms are like this, then it sort of comes in the elbow and the wrist and then the hand. And that's how it goes, like that. Beauteous. And then it's sort of, so it's thicker to thinner. With this sort of curve over like that. Whoop. And oh yeah, and we're gonna have very sort of square, boxy sort of feathers coming out. Like that. Ooh. See, you know what's lovely about wings is that, you know, in sketches when you just kind of get to, like, vibe with the form. Your birthday buddy? Risley's your birthday buddy? That's pretty neat. It's soon. In the year 2024, all my fan arts will be Genshin. Because I really want to draw Genshin characters. And I never do. And apparently the only way to force myself to do that is to make a New Year's resolution. And, you know, I've stuck to it. And honestly, I'm really happy I did. So guys, this is interesting. I don't know if you guys ever do New Year's resolutions. But I've always tried to do New Year's resolutions. And I've always stuck to them for a few years. Especially, mainly, my art ones. I try to do art ones. And I've stuck to them. And now I want to say, how have I stuck to them? I've stuck to them because they're really chill. And what do I mean by that? I mean is that, like, my New Year's resolution this year. No, see, but Mason, I do want to draw them because of that. Like, I really do. Like, I really, really do. I love that about them. And, so what was I saying? Yeah, so my New Year's resolution was to draw a fan art every month. So just pick any character I wanted and draw a fan art every month. And it sort of morphed into, I wanted it to be a full body fan art, not just like a bust. So that was a little extra thing that I did, you know, because otherwise it's kind of like easy. Now, I do vary on intensity of the backgrounds, and sometimes it's one character, sometimes it's multiple characters. But what's so great about it, her feet look tiny now, is that I managed to stick to it, because it was a concrete sort of like one fan art every month. It wasn't a crazy thing where it's like, I'm gonna do, you know, a lot of the bajillion things, and I'm gonna be, you know, better at fan art or what, you know, that sort of thing. And yeah, and so I'm very excited to hopefully be able to keep it next year, because honestly, you know, I love the idea of all these monthly challenges, and I did them a lot when I had essentially nothing else going on. But the second that you have something else going on, it's a lot of work, man. Monthly challenges? No. Not every day for a month. You just gotta do every month for a year. Once a month for a year. Okay. How do I want the sort of clothing to look? Well, this is like, you've got like black tights going on here, and so she'll have like these two golden buttons coming down the sides, because I feel like that's indicative of the handle, right? Ooh, okay, that's a better foot. Now we're talking. And we're gonna actually keep it like that. So she's kind of skewed here. I feel like that just makes it easier. And then I like this sort of gun words. So that part on top gives me sort of like these would I call them pauldrons? I don't know. But that's the sort of vibe they've got going for them. Sort of pauldron-esque vibe. Gotta give her more of these like circlets, I feel, around there. Some of these lines going on in here from this area of the gun. Ooh, what if we give them in here too? Yeah, that's nice. What if we make it sort of like a bit of a corset moment? Maybe not a full corset moment, just kind of like a... Give another sort of a collar thing here with the pointies. Ooh, like that, yeah. That's very true in those processes and not sort of goals. I can see that, yeah. The lock part is the snoot, the bottom's the holdy bit, and the inside is where they hold the pew-pews. Thank you very much for that information, Dichotomy. It has indeed helped very much. Okay. This one, is doing pretty good. I am pretty happy with how this one has gone. And then, yeah. Perfect. I'm just gonna redefine the mask again. Give a little, you know, mouth. I don't feel like there's any expression that this gun is giving me. It's very like all-seeing, all-knowing kind of vibes, in my opinion. Look who showed up, guys.
I can hear you
Look who's
through my
here.
headphones. But it's so quiet because they're not in my ears yet.
Ah.
There we go. Sorry, guys, I'm going to sound a little odd tonight. I didn't want to waste any more time. I just wanted to hop right on with you guys.
Gonna have to turn you down then.
Sorry for blowing out your eardrums.
It's okay. Your phone just wants you to be very loud.
It always does, and that's the conundrum. I don't need to be loud. I just need to be present.
Everybody's happy you're here. Look at you. She does exist.
Hello, everyone. Yes, I do. Apologies, everyone. I missed my train and had to wait for the next one.
I didn't recognize her voice because of the the cerebral bad audio from her phone.
Does it really sound that different?
It's definitely tinnier and echoier. Ah!
Ah.
All right, there we go. How'd it go? Yell,
Who is this lovely creation?
This is the Sunfire from Griffin Saddlebag. Okay, Dichotomy, Did you look up if the Griffin Saddlebag has 4 books and I'm just dumb? Because I feel like there's no way. I've only heard of the 2 Kickstarters. Maybe there is. Well, I don't know. It is a very pretty gun.
Ori will have learned something.
A gun
if that
person.
Is the case.
A gun person indeed. Well, now I'm going to give Dichotomy their requested things. Dang it, Dichotomy, that's what you're supposed to do. Okay. ASMR. View large. I want large.
Oh, always
Discord.
large.
I want, oh my god, they're all Medibang paint files. How wild.
Boy, that takes me back. That's
It's not
right,
like you used it for very long.
It was short-lived.
It was short-lived.
But what a thrill.
Sunfire is for clerics and paladins only? Makes sense, though. I can see the vibes. I mean, I made it an angel, Gijinka.
I could see that.
So.
Ori once played a paladin who was based off the sun, so I think it checks out.
Yes, it was essentially Kepri vibes. Because I was a 3-creen, but, you know, scarab beetle-esque, and I was a devotion paladin. Yeah, that's the one where you get to light on fire all the time. That one.
That was the one.
You have 2 items? Well, certainly send them enthuse. We have
to be a sun god.
Yeah, that is what I worship the sun god. We have dichotomies next, but then we'll do yours. So give me yours, enthuse.
All right, dichotomy. Let's see what you have.
I was gonna say, oh no, I'm out of water, but I have a whole nother one.
You can't be out of water.
I'm surprised that Mars isn't using toaster mic. What?
Oh, does it really sound that bad?
I'm correct, only 2 books. Haha.
Is toaster mic the equivalent of this was filmed with a potato?
I have no idea.
It feels like it's an equivalent.
It makes sense. You know, like they definitely feel related. There's no question there. That is... What the heck? Oh, that's what that is. Dummy.
What is it?
Ah, the poison vial necklace. Enthuse, do you know if I look that up, will I get spoiled about something? That's my only question. If I can look it up, then we're good. Ace Attorney Trials Simulations necklace. Send me the pic, Enthuse, just in case. Just
is this
for
the necklace that Phoenix?
Yes, that Phoenix consumed.
Had for lunch.
Yep, it is. Toaster Mike's cheap mic, but it's not bad.
I see. Oh, it should sound better in a moment. I'm gonna hop on my laptop soon. I didn't want to keep you guys waiting. I felt so bad.
Dichotomy would like you to know that you missed his joke earlier where I said you missed your train, and Dichotomy responded, "Does that mean you need more training?" And the answer is yes.
Oh, that's a good one. Bravo, Dichotomy, bravo.
All right, let's get it. Ah, beautiful. Thank you, Enthuse. Let me grab it. God, it's so tiny.
No, what I need, Dichotomy, is better freaking time management when it comes to hanging out with people.
I'm such the opposite person. I'm such the opposite person. If I'm like going to the city and I know that it's like, because Friday night, because trains. So we have a train station very close to my house, but it's not a major train station. So the trains are kind of infrequent. You have to like transfer usually, almost always at after hours, and there is another one, but it's like 20 minutes away. So you have to like have someone drive, but it gets a lot more trains. And so it's like, yeah, definitely. It's like when I go out, it's like I'm planning, like, okay, this train and this train. It's like I'm going, I went to Dylan's mother's retirement party, and I really hate driving in really busy places. And so I really didn't want to drive to this place, and I was just I really didn't want to. Mainly it was I didn't want to have to find parking. You ever go to like a big township, and it's like Friday night. You never find fucking parking. Like I didn't want to have to deal with it.
You either have to parallel park or you have to use a garage.
No, it's not even street parking. Yeah, a garage, and you have to like then walk from the garage, and it's like nighttime. So I didn't want to do it. So
it's terrible.
We have the train station right here, so it's like I looked up the place where they were holding the party, and it's literally directly next to a train station. So I'm like, awesome. I'm just going to take the train because 2 reasons. 1, it means that I got to leave when I got to leave. I'm at the will of the trains. I got to leave a little early. Got to leave a little early. Nothing anybody else could do about it. And then I don't have to worry about parking. So it was very nice to do that. But I was very on top of it. I'm like constantly looking at my watch, like every minute. I'm like, okay, no, yeah, I don't have to go yet, because it was in the middle of speeches, and I felt really bad because I wanted the person who was giving a speech to finish their speech, but I was like, I need to go. I need to go to the train now, and I'm glad I left when I did, because it turned out that my train went on the other track of the train station. That was a 2-track station versus our station is a 1-track station, so you never have to worry about it. That track is a 2-track station, but instead of having the classic, like, you go up some stairs and then you go over the arch thing and then down at the other side, like most train stations have, this one, no. You have to go up and over the street, because it actually goes under the street, and you have to go up and over the street and then back around. So I'm like running in like heels.
Oh jeez.
I totally made it. Like I totally had time, but I was of course like, I need to be there. I need to be waiting on the other side.
Oh, that's horrible.
I would say no, Dichotomy, for exactly the reasons I just stated about parking and distance, right? If I only have to drive 20 minutes to a train station, but then the train is going like an hour somewhere else, that's still better, That's still improved. I still get 2 hours round trip to not have to drive somewhere, and only 40 minutes round trip to have to drive somewhere, where that 20 minutes would be tacked on the whole thing.
You can't argue with results.
You can't argue with results. I also like trains because then I can do something. Like, I sketched on the train. Like, I know Nicole and Jamie, who's lurking, saw the fruits of my labor from sketching on the train for this thing. Jamie's lurking, so I don't even know if they can hear us. I think Jamie's probably playing D&D at the moment, so we'll probably hop back in at some point, and you can ask them about Create AU, but, because I know you want to. Okay. This is a little stocky, square kind of guy. It's got the gargoyles on it, which is an interesting thing. Not on the train economy. How do I want to do this? I don't. One option, person in a big skirt. Second option, kind of like elephant rhino. Oh, those are the brains where I'm going. And you gotta decide.
Elephant
Yeah, I've picked.
Why?
Oh, you're quiet again. I have to go back
Wrong computer.
to fix it. It's me, not you. I mean, it is you, but it's also me, you know? Alrighty. I think you should be good now. Hello?
Hello.
Oh, hello. Alrighty.
Testing
Let
1,
us-
2, 3.
You are here. Elephino. Yep. Elephant rhino.
Ah.
Elephino. There you go. Alrighty. You know what? There's wings in this again, so we're gonna have wings again. Because that's
You know,
just how the game
Never
works.
a bad thing to have wings.
Gotta give it a very, very stocky, squared off appearance. Honestly, I'm really happy we're doing Band-Aid because it means I get to draw Everett before I have to draw him for the comic. So that means I can like feel Everett out because Everett's design is essentially,
Timing. It's great practice.
since Everett's also not a caller, in any AU he's just a normal human. So I literally drawing him exactly the same. It's not like I would be drawing like Ferrex and then having to like draw Ferrex leggies in the actual comic. It's like no. He's just a dude with different outfits, but the same hair. So it works out.
Or Ferrex without his little ears.
His ears, his leggies, it's always so sad, but most AUs are just better, like easy, like human related AUs, you know, non-color place AUs. Also, guys, because of all that talk you guys did last Comic Corner, not this week, the week before that, about collars and asking all the questions, I actually wrote down a lot of collar laws in as simple a way as possible to try and make it work. So that'll be happening eventually.
Oh yes.
You guys got give me the bug. So now I actually wrote down collar related information. Basically, I did it in sort of like a, anybody know about like original species, big in like furry community or the DeviantArt community? It's less lore and it's more like a, is it color coded? It's definitely less lore and more just like, well, I guess maybe it is lore. I always think of lore as like background. I always think of lore as like background, so maybe it is lore though.
It can also be like the overarching story and how it all comes together.
Basically, it's like a, ideally I want it written like Hotzen wrote it in his journal, like a research paper sort of thing, with like a research journal, like a field journal with like diagrams and stuff. Because one, I feel like that fits the vibe. Two, I feel like it fits the vibe. But two, it sort of allows it to be still kind of vague. Because I really specifically don't want to get into Punnett squares and other genetic genes and, you know, literally all of that. So it's very simple.
We decided on like half and half, I think.
It's written in a way like people discovering how evolution and genetics works would write it. You know, that's the goal, right? So it's not like, they're definitely not at the level of understanding that we have now.
Most definitely. And that was certainly the vibe we wanted to go for.
Yeah. Okay. I want this, but the symmetry tool is not conducive to it. So we will turn it off for a second. She's go, no.
Oh no. Not conducive.
Not conducive. Sometimes it's not. Also don't want Goofy versus Pluto dogs. No, 100%. And there is, you know, that's a good point, Enthuse, because that means I should write that down, but there is a specific difference between, like, normal animals and collars. I mean, it's kind of explained in the lore. Well, wasn't there an argument that Goofy wasn't a dog, he was a cow? Or something?
No,
There was
Goofy's a
some sort of
dog.
argument about that, though. It was just weird. It was all
Goofy a
weird.
cow.
I don't know. Somebody look up on Google, is Goofy a dog? And tell me what you know. I definitely heard that as like an argument. His original name was Dippy Dog. Well, okay, you got it. You did it. Never mind then. Cease
That's a
the
dog,
Googling. Yeah, we definitely don't want that. Same with I don't want to worry about like eating, you know, like there's no cannibalism even if say like a cow collar eats like a cow because they're technically not related at all. You know, it's more of like a visual thing. It's convergent evolution rather than actually being related. Good night, Mason. I hope the rest of your play nights go well. I bet you have one tomorrow.
Night Mason, good luck. You got this. Break a leg.
Break a leg. Okay. I don't know. I'm sorry, Dichotomy. The design brain elements sort of started falling apart here, but...
Ruh-roh.
Such is life. Let it go here. Bring it up, but collar babies seem confusing at best. I simplified it greatly to make everybody's life easier, so there's no more hybrids, basically.
No.
Hybrids don't exist. I have revoked hybrids.
They went.
I want hybrids, like in a purely aesthetic, like they would be really cool, but they're too confusing for the whole lore and everything, and it was definitely too much, and it really didn't need to happen. So
The way I interpret the hybrids is kind of like when the people in the My Little Pony fandom paired two ponies together, and then the offspring was like the result of their colors mixing. Like, that is so far off from how genetics work.
yeah, and I just
Kind of
don't.
what it is in my mind. It's just too complicated.
It's definitely not that. It's very simple. There's no hybrids in that way.
Yep.
And it makes it very easy. I hope you will all be satisfied. I don't want to give too much, just in the sense of, like, it's technically not fully solidified yet, and I will be making a post on it in the future. So, I don't want to, like, give too much away. I'm happy to have questions asked, though. You know, because, like I said, someone mentioned something already, and I was like, oh, I should write that down. Hello, Jim. Good evening. Good evening.
Hi, Jim. Good evening indeed.
Okay, there we go.
Oh, geez, I just got a weather update. Temperature's about to plummet. It was so warm outside today, you guys. It was so damn warm. I thought it was spring.
And versus it snowed for Nicole.
Weather is weird.
Yep. Weather is weird. Weird weather weed.
Indeed.
Okay, this is gonna be one of the designs where I really like
got?
some of it, but don't like all of it. Like, I'm sorry, this headpiece? Nuts. I'm loving it. It's great.
The headpieces fly.
Like, magic item? Pretty neat. What if we... Yeah. You don't like it? It is definitely not my favorite yet. But I'm flying with the headpiece. It's more like I had a vision
Perhaps it could
dichotomy,
become.
and it has not been that vision. You know? That's mostly like just how I'm feeling, you know? And that is why. And it's not bad. I'm glad you like it, because it was your item suggestion.
Yes.
Nope.
We
nope.
hope you are happy with the results of your item
Oh God,
suggestion.
please. Why? Why are you doing this to me?
How could you do this to me?
Yeah, honestly, I hope that elevator hitch is edited a little faster than I expected it to, because it has so far. But it's also not edited like Ace Attorney in the sense of I'm not going necessarily 100% for the story. I cut very little out of Ace Attorney streams. One, because honestly we're
More
relatively
like a highlight reel.
it's not a full redirect level, you know, sort of thing, and I'm debating making like a redirect level sort of thing with it in addition, just because the compilations are fucking hysterical. Like, I rewatch them all the time. Okay, I rewatch the compilations. They pop up, you know, because I made them happen when you like enter our YouTube channel, right? They like pop, like one of the redirects pops up, and I watch them sometimes, just all the time. It was just one stream, Enthuse. It was just one. Pretty short game. It was just one stream.
I was surprised that we beat it in a single night.
It was supposed to be. It said it was like an hour and a half long. So with our whole thing, you know, it was a longer stream. It's like a 4-hour stream.
Until we played it though.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that finally convinced me.
But yeah, the one that's gonna be tough is definitely I did briefly start doing Tangled Tower, and I have to cut it down even more than I had planned originally. Just because, so this is the big thing. Both in Elevator Hitch and in Tangled Tower, I feel like there's a lot more irrelevant stuff. You know, just the thing of the game. Versus in Ace Attorney, it's much easier to sort of identify, like, I don't need to... In Ace Attorney, I feel no need to show every piece of evidence to every single character. Versus in Tangled Tower, we had to do that. That was just how it went, you know? And in Elevator Hitch, you know, you have to reset. That's just how it works. So there's a lot more, like, fodder, I guess, in a stream of those games that I have to cut out. So it's just an interesting sort of difference. So they're not edited like Ace Attorney is edited, but they're still edited in a way where, like, you know, you can watch it as like a story, but it's just not. There's very little that I cut out fully of Ace Attorney streams. It's honestly mostly there. It's just the name of the game. But oh my god, you guys, the freaking turnabout the redirect for Rise from the Ashes.
Oh, it's wild.
It's already at 2 hours.
It was so long.
I'm not even halfway done. I'm like a third of the way through. I hope Dylan will save me and cut it down a lot.
Here's hoping, because holy wow.
I just don't need it to be that long. I mean, it's shorter than the original, but still.
Nobody needs needs it to be that long.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna tell Dylan like hard, strict
Like, work your
strict rules
magic.
this time. Yeah, I hope he cuts out an
Whatever.
hour of content.
Work. Get rid of it.
Get rid
Just
of
dump it.
I am gonna have to make him watch what I have currently though, and not just do it in one sitting, because it's gonna be so long.
Well, that's gonna be rough.
Well, he likes to do it in one sitting, but if it's already 2 hours long, like, and I have a deadline of when I want it to go out, he's gotta view it now. For the 5 long, I mean, makes sense. I am curious. I'm very curious on how long Farewell My Turnabout is going to be in the overall scheme of things, because I don't feel like it dragged, like it was as long as Rise from the Ashes, but I do know it had double investigations, which that was a new thing. Nothing else had that before that. And
that did make things feel different.
Mm-hmm. And so I'm curious. I mean, we'll know, you know, but it also depends on. Nobody's yelling at me. What are you guys doing? Okay.
Yeah.
He looks like Optimus Prime. I'm not mad about it though. You know, I like the top. The bottom portion, not a fan. But like half body up, you know, I'm pretty happy. He needed to be thicker on the bottom, and it just didn't work in my sketch. But you know, the top is very nice. I'm liking the top. But yeah, I'm curious because Rise from the Ashes has 56 episodes on YouTube. Now, we do struggle a bit, there's no question. I'm glad you like it, Daikon. We do struggle a bit. And so I'm curious how Farewell My Turnabout will fare against that, and how many episodes it'll have. Because what's funny
We shall see.
is already the first I think it's literally called the first Turnabout, the tutorial of game 1 is only like it's technically 1 episode on YouTube, but that was before I was making them 15 minutes long, so it's actually it's about 45 minutes, I think, so it's 3 episodes, right? That's still the shortest one, because the first Turnabout, the tutorial in Justice for All, is 8. It's 8 episodes. I'm not.
Jeez.
Now, Turnabout Sisters is also 8 episodes, but again, a lot of them are more like 20-minute episodes than 15, so it probably would have been a little more, but yeah. All right. Anything else to do during this hand break briefly as I stretch? I'm sad about all the Turnabout covers after, literally essentially after Turnabout Goodbyes. They all just get sad after that.
They do.
So my
It's
redirects
like, why?
are gonna have to be Ori originals. Not fully originals, because I still like the feature, the one character, and then put the cuts in the background, but you know, I don't want just to have the the scenes. We like drawing them. Alrighty. How do we want to do this? How do we want to go? We got a little bottle, a little heart around it. You know, heart could be wings again. Or it could be streamers. You know, I'm not sure. Okay, I think I have an idea. Alrighty. We're gonna use this color. I don't think anybody has asked, but a lot of people like to ask why I sketch in color. So many colors. And the reason for that is because it's contrast. You have so many more options to draw over and over and over on the same thing without having to like dim the layer and do all this stuff. I can just keep going over and over it. So that's why I draw in many different colors.
I see.
So what are you doing this evening, Mars? Just chilling?
Yeah. I wanted to work on the comic when I got home, but I am so tired
How dare you?
from today. I'm gonna go at it for at least 6 hours tomorrow.
Damn, that's a
and
lot of
then I'll
hours.
break.
I had to
3 in the
think
morning,
about
3 in the afternoon.
the nerve. I know. The nerve indeed. I had to think about my Christmas wish list today. And that's honestly, it's always more difficult than you think it is.
So early.
Because technically I already, quote unquote, got Dylan's Christmas gift. He's a very impatient man. That's the problem with him. He's very impatient. Versus me, I like surprises. It's a very funny time. Okay, okay. We're giving like little body, little torso. But we definitely got the hips because of the bottle. Right? A little torso. We got the hips happening, hip happening. So definitely exaggerated body proportions on this one. But I feel like it fits.
I feel like it
Gijinka.
fits for this type of item.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, what if we make the arms do the heart?
Ooh.
And then we'll give them
Unique and fitting.
gold, so it'll have gold sleeves on the arms. I know I just did hands like this on the angel gun one, but it just fits. It just fits.
It really works.
Just fits so well.
Especially with the item inspiration.
Exactly. So we sort of have like a dress, right? That's what I like here. Like a dress. Little bottle dress. He comes back tomorrow? Oh yeah, he gets the week off, so very nice.
Ah.
Yeah, I don't know. I kept trying to look up like gifts to get a digital artist, and it's like, no, I already have all these things, or I don't want any of these things. And it was like, what do I want? Because I was trying to be very because Dylan's gift is all about he's upgrading his like hobby equipment essentially. So I'm like, ooh, I should upgrade my hobby equipment too, but it's like you can't really do that.
See,
There's nothing really to upgrade.
I always use my birthday and Christmas with my parents as here's how I get stuff I kind of need that I don't feel like paying for myself.
That is also a vibe, but I just don't know, the whole thing. I've maxed out my stats too much. Well, see, the problem is
What do I need that I didn't
all of the
buy
programs
myself that they could get?
a lot of it was like programs, like get programs. And it was like, but all the programs nowadays are freaking subscription. So it's like, if it wasn't subscription, it would be like somebody get me, live 2D cubism, but it's fucking subscription. So it's just like not worth it,
I really hate that everything is subscription based now.
Yep. It's terrible. It's the downfall. It's late stage capitalism. I know I keep doing the legs like this, but it's just nice. Real? Real indeed. My brand is pirates. Okay. Because sometimes it's just easier, and I literally mainly because I gotta tell you that kind of mainly because I tried to do it with Paint Tool Sai, and it just crapped out. It just like wasn't doing it, and I just couldn't get it to do it right, and I was just like,
The most pain.
Because also most of them have like a free version that I can deal with. You know, that has enough sort of... Why am I making this not leggies that I want? We're just gonna redo this and make this leggies that I want.
Do the leggies you want.
Be the leggies you want to see in the world.
I was literally just thinking that. I wasn't sure if I should say it or not.
Ballerina bottle. Yeah, no, that's exactly the vibe.
That's essentially the vibe. Just straight up.
This is not a good ballet pose because I have no reference. But I did do ballet for many years, so it's not terrible.
See, Ori knows what she's doing, you guys.
Kind of. Maybe. A little bit sometimes. And then all the books that I want, all like the graphic novels that I want, are all like pre-order. And it's like, it's so sad.
That doesn't work.
Do you want to see leggies? This is fair. I mean, yeah, this is the leggies. Yeah, I know, right? Like, the Suffering game doesn't come out till July, and then Amulet, the final one of Amulet, still doesn't come out until February. Now, thankfully, Wings of Fire, the graphic novel, does have their newest one come out, but it's December 26th. It's like, oh my god.
How dare they?
Yeah, I know. Nuts. It's a pain. Would you won't state? I mean, I drew... Jamie knows I drew Ferrix leggies.
When do you not draw ferrets?
No, just Ferrix leggies. For the Kofi.
I see. That makes a difference.
Okay, I was gonna make this just a collar, but I don't think I want this just a collar. I think I want it to be the bodice.
I bought some onigiri in the city, and I brought it home, and now I'm deciding if I want to eat it.
You want to eat it now or not? That's always the question.
Because, like, it's almost midnight, but I'm hungry. And that's the problem.
I say if you're hungry, eat it.
Might as well, right?
Why be sad and hungry?
There's a typo in
The
your
typo
stream
in my
title?
stream title? Oh no.
Oh, capital I. In Gijinka.
Oh.
G-I!
Hey.
I-N-K-A.
It's totally a secret tactic to make people see it and come into chat to tell me that they that I need to fix it.
See, totally intentional,
Totally
you guys.
intentional.
That wasn't a mistake. That was a marketing ploy.
Okay, and then I want the chain to sort of be the hair. Ooh, it's so curly! Oh my god, I love this one a lot, man.
Oh, I love that hair. You never do this type of hair.
I do never do this type of hair.
This is unique. Ooh.
Because outside a sketch, I really don't know what to do with it. But in a sketch, it's fine and easy.
It gets the job done.
Oh, too much. Okay. There it is. And now I want to give her little red earrings because I think that'll be cute. And tie it all together. What reminds you of something? the spelling typo thing.
Or the curly hair.
She gives me mom vibes. Is that just me?
Oh, I see it. It's like, okay, this is gonna sound weird, but like Pixar or Illumination mom vibes.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's her body shape, but...
But also the curly hair.
Yeah. I will read your long thing in a second, Daikon-mi, and just...
Okay, I was following it, and then I lost it in the middle, so now I gotta read it again.
I'm focusing. We're in focus mode here. It's so true though, mom vibes, yeah. Unless it's the also dichotomy thing. I think I briefly read it. Yeah. Reply to yourself with the wrong answer. Yeah. I heard that recently as well. Cinder's whole thing was that it was like yeah, just to drum up, you know, engagement, say something wrong. And people will come to correct you.
Oh yeah. Every time, like clockwork.
So like purposefully say something wrong in your TikTok videos. Oh, speaking of TikTok, I'm like kind of suspended on TikTok, but not really. And
Yeah,
it's really
that
weird.
was weird.
It's still, yeah. I tried to go on my phone onto TikTok today to post the TikTok, you know, Ace Attorney short, and it's telling me nothing enthused. I didn't do anything, and it's telling me I'm logged out. And I'm like, what? God, it's not even. It's not the Outcast one. It's the Ace Attorney one, and it's like I'm logged out. And I'm trying to log in, and it's not working. And then finally, it tells me something. It's like this account's suspended, and I was like, "What? Like that's weird." And you know, everything is telling you usually when you're suspended, you can like log in, but I can't even log in. I try to log in, and it's just like this account has been suspended, and it's like, what? This is weird. But I go on to like the computer on desktop, and I'm still logged in, perfectly fine. Post videos. All chill. It's just like, okay. And, you know, it doesn't seem like my video was suppressed today. Still got the normal amount of views. You know, not like excellent ones, but like the average. So, yeah, I don't know. Just very weird. The Outcast TikTok's fine, though. The Milano hair.
Why Ace Attorney got targeted?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we're definitely raunchier on Ace Attorney ones. There's no question there. There's much more innuendo.
That's true, but when the hell has TikTok cared about that?
They technically always do and always don't at the same time, you know?
Ah, so like YouTube.
Yeah, exactly.
Now it makes sense.
But worse than YouTube, you know?
Oh god.
Nintendo shenanigans? I don't think so. To my understanding, you can't copyright gameplay. Like you literally can't. Like they don't allow, not that you literally can't, but that's usually fine.
Aren't games under fair use for reviews and stuff?
It'd be a long time since the Smasher Pass ones. Technically, a lot of stuff is under fair use that people do copyright. I don't know. I'm not that chuffed about it because like it's not like we were very big on TikTok, you know, so it's not like I'm losing a lot. But, just definitely odd. And odd how it's like, I'm not really suspended, you know? That's what's more odd about it to me. Yeah, exactly, Nicole.
Yeah, Like that's what we were
That's
thinking.
what I'm
too.
saying.
So
No, it's true.
very
It is under
odd.
fair use. Game videos are under fair use. So it's not a copyright thing. It's they didn't like one of my videos and finally like came for it, or somebody reported me. I don't know.
It was Luke at me.
It was Luke at me.
He was just too sexy.
It was just so long ago. Ah, okay.
Ah.
There she is.
But they finally got wind of him.
This one was fun. This one was cute. All right. I think this is the time for which one do we want me to finish? I know it's a short stream. I know there's only 3 of them, but it's 15 minutes to midnight, so I think this is the time for this. Do we want Angel Gun? Option 1. The Fortress.
Ooh.
Or Amulet Mom. Alright? You vote the most
Okay,
recent one. Amulet Mom. We got one for Sunfire. That's 1 and 1. Yeah, Mars, which do you want?
I am torn. I love the first one, but I also really want to see what you can do with that curly hair. I think I vote the curly hair one.
Oh, that's 2. 2 for Amulet Mom. Momulet. There you go. That is true, but that shouldn't sway you, Dichotomy. They're all options. You have Sunfire. You have Darren's Fortress. And we have Momulet. These are the options. We only have 3 votes. What's Enthuse and Nicole? Jawline Jim, if you're still here.
Break the tie, guys. Come on.
Well, it's not a tie. Technically, Momulet's winning. But,
Oh, well.
it's 1 for
You
Sunfire,
think
2
that
for
if you
Momulet.
wanted.
Oh, 3 for Momulet. Ooh, but 2 for Sunfire now. Ooh. I do like the Sunfire. This is my problem. And that would tie it up. Does Jawline Jim have a thing? Otherwise, we'll go with just what Stream and Mars says. Or anybody else in chat, you know, feel free to speak up. Momulet or Sunfire. Let's say they're tied right now, because I like the Sunfire one. Jolene Jim, not Jolene. We'll give it another minute. I really don't put you'll vote for Momulet again? That's not how it works, Academy. Don't put hodgepodge on
That was
your
a valiant try.
sketchbooks. Make one surname and one for first name. Yeah, okay. You don't get 2 votes though, Dichotomy.
I think Momulet wins.
It looks like Momulet wins. Yeah, I don't know how to fix my issue here. You're easily swayed for Momulet. Oh, it looks like Momulet's winning, so Momulet has won. Mamulet. Oh god, I didn't do the thing. This is gonna be a much sketchier style then, just overall. And you know what?
Mamulet.
The Mamulet. Okay, guys, if you don't know of Mercury Stardust, the trans handy ma'am, she's great.
Oh,
she's fantastic.
love
And I love her.
her.
And you need to go follow her if you want to do DIY shit in your house and be a handy
I gotta
person.
be honest, I did not recognize
So
the name,
good.
but as soon as you said the handy ma'am, I
Yes,
knew immediately.
the trans handy ma'am.
Love
She's
her.
great.
Oh,
she's
she's
so
brilliant.
wholesome, and she's really informative. It's great.
Her videos keep ending up on my feed, and I'm like, yes, I'll watch this. This is
Yes, I
quality
do. I love
content.
this, and the stool. I love all the stool. It's great stuff.
You're thinking of stuff for Ferrex, aren't you?
Oh no, but it was just the way that like spring-loaded stool you just pull down and bring up. It's great. think we'll give it one of these.
Oh, lovely. So Ori, what were you up to today?
What was I up to today? I used my day of doing nothing to do lots of stuff. My father always tries, he's like,
Wow.
it's your day off. And I'm like, yeah, it's not really my day off, Dad. I'm very sorry. It's never my day off. What did I do today? I edited Ace Attorney videos. Here, look, we can look at my to-do list real quick. I edited this episode 2 it's stream 2 part 3 of Justice for All. It's not fully done. It's 2/3 of the way done. I did 4 backgrounds of entry 5 page 4. I did 3 sketches of entry 5 page 8. I cut down 2 videos for the Rise from the Ashes redirect. I set to upload entry 4 page 5, page 6, and page 7 on all of our comic platforms. I did the translated versions of the French and the Spanish ones for the next upload as well, and I did 5 sketches of the Band AU.
Damn.
That is what I did today. Hello, Red Eye. Like I said,
Hello.
I never have off. There's no off. Ori doesn't have an off.
Ori doesn't know what the word rest means. This is why I need to hang out with her on Fridays. It forces her to relax.
Ori likes doing this stuff. It's not stressful.
Well, I mean, that's good in a sense. I'm glad it's not stressful.
I don't think I did anything else extra.
I went to
Okay.
so many places in the city today.
I gotta show
We
you
walked
guys all this.
everywhere.
Guys, I did this epic thing, and I don't know why I hadn't thought about it sooner, but it has changed my fucking life. If you use Clip Studio Paint for art, this is beautiful. I know Nicole does. I have a box image in the 3D thing. It's just a cube. And I drew this floor plan for Hotson's dorm room. And now I had seen other comic creators, they then just take this floor plan and then they sort of like angle it down so it's on the ground, and then they draw up their own cubes and everything. But that's a lot of work, and honestly, I'm not really good at it. Not the drawing up part, the like getting it to angle in the perspective that I want. I don't know, it just doesn't really happen for me. So I had a brain blast of like, I can view the 3D thing from above, and it's rotated the wrong way in this one, but I can view it from above.
That's really cool.
And then I put all the cubes in their proper spaces. It even has the rug, right? And then it even has Hotson in it. And so then I can sit him at his desk, and I can just rotate anything I want. This is a window. This is the door. And I can hide anything I want. So it's like if I'm trying to look at him from this angle, but the window's in my way, like because I don't want to see the window, I can actually like turn off. I can toggle the window.
That's pretty dang
very
sweet.
nice, very sweet. And I saved this, so now I can drag it and drop it into any project that I want, and it's all the right height, and it's all the right thing. And so it's just the posing, the scenes. It's just beautiful. It's just so smooth. It's so easy. And I have never seen anyone do this before. This is not a joke. I have never seen any, like, you know, I follow a fair amount of artists, and I like to watch art tutorials and everything, and I've watched a lot of comics tutorials. Well, so this is the difference of the dichotomy. I see a lot of people, and this is a lot of webtoons, and a lot of webtoon non-canvas creators do get annoyed at people who do this. But you can have like 3D backgrounds that are like bought and just have them. So you can have like a school with lockers, and then people like just rasterize them and kind of like put some filters over them to make it look like they're drawn, or they draw directly over them. And that is a thing that people do a lot. But I don't ever have a lot of, I don't really have a lot of places that are like easy to have like something that I could imagine somebody purchasing, right? Like I want a lot more control with it. And, you know, so a lot of people talk about like, you know, oh, you could do it with like The Sims, or, you know, there's like some free stuff out there. But I've done that, but I've always struggled really hard because they're really clunky and I really dislike them. And it's really annoying and it's really just, ugh. And I had never seen, everybody's doing it with like specific like assets. Like everyone's like making, it has to be a chair and it has to be a whatever. And it's like, I don't need the bed to be a bed. To make a bed, like I can look up beds and I can extrapolate from a cube like where the bed stuff goes, you know, like I don't need it to be a bed. Chairs, I do like having an actual chair model to base any type of chair off of. I have just a plain chair model, and I've drawn like gaming chairs and other kinds of chairs over the chair model, but it is nice to have because there's a lot of cubes with a chair. You know, like a bed is literally like a rectangle with some fancy shit going on.
Just
like a cube is like a box and then another box. But then the box is open with the 4 legs, and if the box is solid, you can't see where the back legs are. You know, so it's like I do like having an actual chair model. But I've never seen anyone do this, and I don't know why. It's a lifesaver, and I might have to make like a video about it and put it out in the world, because someone needs to preach to the world about this, because it's just so good.
Ugh, you need justification. I mean, not justification. You need to feel justified. There we go.
No, I'm just surprised that all of like the tips and tricks for like backgrounds and stuff, I've never seen this one, you know? Because backgrounds are the things.
I feel like more people should use it. It sounds cool.
That's what I'm saying.
You have everything to gain by using it.
I think people just aren't thinking about it because they're always thinking about... This is like a middle step, if that makes sense, right? This is not the end step that a lot of the shortcut people tell you to go to, but I don't want that much of a shortcut, right? This is like a middle shortcut, right? Does that make sense? I don't want the shortcut where it's like, here's a room and it's just a stock room and you deal with it. You know, I want to be able to build my own room, but have like a thing and not have to learn Blender to build, like, you know, I don't need that much rendering out of it. Now, that is saying I do hope to learn Blender one day, or ZBrush, just something. 3D Hotsun and Milano would be pretty cool. Dylan 3D prints, you know. That's a future Ori problem.
Future Ori we shall worry about when it comes to it.
Oh, what if... That might make more sense, actually. Okay. That's how I do it.
Nice.
That's the back of the foot now. It's all coming together. Okay. Now I have to draw the face first. And then we'll finally get to the hair. But yeah, those are my goals. I need 3D Hotsun and Milano to happen because honestly having figures of them would be nuts and awesome.
That would be incredible. Could you imagine?
Supposedly, so I've watched a few. Every once in a while, like, something pops up onto my feed and it's like, you know, doing this. And what they do is they make a model and then they pose the model. So that's pretty neat. Where you don't have to, like, make them in the pose. You make them, like, normal. And then you can, like, pose them and then refine it. Which is pretty neat. So that makes me a little less scared. But I think VTuber is my first goal. And I started learning rigging.
Yay! A new skill has been unlocked.
Yes. New skill unlocked. You figured. Haha. I'm just... I definitely have that, like, DIY audacity where I have enough skill that it's like... I don't want to pay someone else to do it. I could do it myself, you know? Because I also do want to learn how to do it. But it's definitely like, you know, that obviously takes more time.
It's like you want to learn, and yeah, I don't know where. I had a sentence where I was going with that, and now I
Okay,
just
if you
lost
say
it.
so,
Never
I'll
mind.
believe you. I'll believe you.
I swear I had a sentence, and now it's gone.
All right, if
Oh, well.
you say so.
I'm just gonna have to live with that, I guess.
Okay. How do I...
Yay, rigging indeed, enthuse. Yay, rigging.
Yay, rigging indeed. You know, that one thing I did was easier than it looks. Timing is difficult, but technically, for VTuber shit, I don't need to worry about timing. Honestly, the scariest part of making a VTuber is figuring out how to cut it up. The rigging seems pretty straightforward, but the cutting it up for the rigging just seems scary, and I don't really understand it yet.
Good luck at your meeting, Dichotomy. Thank you for
Good
hanging
night,
with us
Dichotomy.
tonight.
Thank you
Good
for
night,
hanging.
Dichotomy. I think we're
Glad you
probably
could
gonna
make
wrap
it.
once this character is finished.
Oh yeah, very soon.
That
That's usually
curly
what
hair
happens.
is so poofy. I love it.
Dichotomy usually leaves pretty close to when we end, so it's not like they miss much. Okay, I've got to turn it off now.
Okay.
Eh.
Let's see how she's coming along.
Okay. Ooh. Okay, very nice. We're figuring it out. Nope, don't like that. Don't like that. How do I fix that? And I don't think I can have what I want. So
Oh no.
I'm just gonna do it this way. Maybe we'll just... And then... in the back? Yeah, okay.
Oh, there we are. Gotta have the Aho guy.
Yes. the internet gave me like a short and it talked all about how like the ahoge is mainly just for silly characters unless you want to do it ironically for like a really serious character, and I'm just like, haha, no, mine's just for aesthetics. I don't care. I just like how they look.
So Ahoge Roval are those little hair spriggies at the very top of the head.
Yeah, and specifically it's used,
That's
usually they like indicate mood sometimes, like they're kind of goofy and they kind of sometimes have a life of their own. Ours never have that. I solely just enjoy sort of like, it makes him not perfect, right? You know, I feel like I would definitely do it in certain cases when like it's supposed to be like, no, it's not Ahegao, they're different. Like if someone is supposed to, like I think Barnet would not have any.
Oh,
you
I
know?
know.
But
Absolutely.
like Avrit does specifically have the two coming out of the forehead because he's specifically not 100% prim and proper, you know, right? So it's like a whole thing of like, I just like it that it doesn't look like your hair is perfect, you know. It makes the hair kind of give a little whimsy. I don't know what word I want.
Whimsy.
I was trying to
You
think
just
of the word.
really breathed into the mic there.
Well, I was trying to whistle. And
Oh.
it didn't happen. The whistle didn't want to come out.
She would bully someone. No.
Why would she bully someone? She's so sweet.
She would protect her kiddo.
Why is Momulette a bully? What
I
did
guess it's
Momulette
like
do?
the off-brand shoulder pads. Like, she does look like she could wreck you and look glamorous while
Yeah,
doing
but
so.
she's the mom that's like, come on, everybody, I made snacks. Let's go over to Billy's mom's house. You know, she's the coolest.
What's giving off the bullying vibes in Dues? I'm so curious.
Okay, fair. Thank you. I knew Enthuse would come around. You're like Grease Sandra D. Yeah, and she didn't bully anybody.
I don't think Sandra was a bully. I think she changed at the end of the movie.
Yeah, but I never
Meanwhile,
thought she
I
was a
was around
bully at the
back
end
then.
though. She was just
Was.
like bad girl.
moment.
But it's the big hair.
It's definitely the big 80s hair.
But I love it. That's why it's giving mom vibes, right? Because our moms were 80s people.
That they were.
So I could think of young pictures of my mom and she has 80s hair.
Okay.
That's why it's giving mom vibes.
My mom is like the size of her hair. Jesus Christ.
But that's definitely why it's giving mom vibes. You've solved it. All right.
She's looking beautiful.
Yeah. I always like these, any of our art game nights because it's fun to just get to design and not have to really think about it. Because then, if I don't have to make every design one I need to finish, we can just have a good time. And I don't have to think about it. Dang it, I did it again. I made everything on the eye layer, the lash layer, which I didn't want. Okay, fixed it. Alrighty. I will admit the really tiny waist has thrown me off just because the outfit is kind of weird. But it's not like a problem. It's just odd, if that makes any sense.
It does throw your eye off for a minute, but I still think it works.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely has the bottle vibes,
Oh, totally, 100%.
Okay. We'll just pick a color for now. And then, whoops. I forgot that would happen. Does she have hooves? Nah, she has little paws. I don't know. I felt that for whatever reason. I felt paws this evening. Stop.
Pause.
Okay.
Oh, she's lovely.
Giving her a lighter skin tone. I thought about giving her a gold skin tone, but I want the gloves to be separate gold, so I didn't want to do that.
She's wearing
And then her
gloves.
hair will be gold. So I think it needed to have her skin not, kind of contrast with that.
Makes sense.
Okay. It's also the earrings.
Oh, the earrings are phenomenal.
Okay. And then, yeah, and then the leggies can be gold because would have fur. So it all works out.
And it comes full circle.
And it comes full circle. That song stuck in my head. Oh no, I forgot some skin.
Gotta have
Okay.
skin.
Well, she has skin, but I forgot a place that should have skin and not hair color. I have fixed it.
Nice.
Beautiful. Lovely. She's very pretty.
That she is.
Yeah, it really does have them mom vibes. And Momulet
What a
is the name. Look at that. Alright, we'll give it a little more golden on the gloves. Beautiful. Yeah, she's wearing gloves because she has to have her arms be the color of the heart piece of the amulet.
It all has a purpose.
That was a purpose. Beautiful. This is also gold. And then we'll give her legs will be this sort of caramel brown fur color.
Mm-hmm.
It's not Ferrex's fur. Similar, but not quite. His is less honey.
They're close.
And then we gotta get some red in here. Perfect. And then the blue. All right. I guess if we're gonna make her earrings red, which I chose.
I would say red.
Then I'm gonna make her eyes blue. To bring that blue back in that's up there.
Very nice.
I gotta add white first. We're on the wrong layer. That's a good one. Like that. You can also color your mouth at the same time. And we can color this in. Sort of. Whoops, stop. Okay.
Oh,
Like that.
betrayed by your own
Betrayed
program.
indeed. But we're fixed. And then this one needs a darker gray for the eyeshadow. Not the eyeshadow, but the eyeshadow. Because she doesn't have eyeshadow. Do we want to give her eyeshadow?
We could try.
Skeptical Mars is skeptical.
I feel like she's powerful enough without eyeshadow.
I see.
But if you truly wanted it, I wasn't going to stop you.
I wasn't, like, gunning for it. Dying. Stop. Okay. Beauteous. Turn that off. Little bleep. Little bleep. We gotta color this one the hair color because it comes under her hair. Perfect. Oh, man. Wow, I love this a lot more than I thought I would.
That's always the best kind of character.
Indeed. Alright, we'll give some nice shadows. She is very pretty. I know, right? Ended up being way prettier. It's great. I'm very happy with how pretty she is.
Mhm.
Stop. Beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Depth here.
Oh, now I'm officially out of water.
Oh no. How could you? Stream's almost ending too.
Mhm.
Okay, we'll get little arms in there. Nice. Great. Fantastic. Gotta do the hair now. And the shoulders and the chin. That's how we do it. A lot with the shading in there. Ooh, gotten some texture in the hair again. Ooh, loving it. The ears and the nose.
Mhm.
And the face. Alrighty, that looks like good shade. And now we need my piece de resistance.
Yes. The final
The
touch,
rim
if you
lighting.
will.
That I cannot never not have. I'm weak. This should be mirrored. I'm weak to the rim lighting. It just makes everything better. There's not a single thing I can think that rim lighting doesn't make cooler. Not a single thing.
Nope.
Oh, I definitely drew curly hair once before in art fight. That I remember. Because I remember being like, oh wow, I never draw curly hair characters, how this is gonna go.
I think it's going pretty well. It's safe
Oh,
to
I'm
say.
very happy with how this has come out. Little line here. Lovely. Make it bigger than that. Not that's too big. Something like that. Now we need blue for the blue sections. And then the rim lighting. There it is. Very crystally. Nice. She definitely has Ferric's legs, though.
Oh, most definitely.
I didn't mean it that way. I just got Ferric's on the brain. I didn't give her his paw pads, though, specifically trying to not be. It's just Ferrix's legs. All right, there she is. Momulet.
Beautiful.
Success. We love her. She's great. I have to save channel. Original games. Drawing and Dragons. Making items. Gijinka. Making Gijinka items. 2. Ta-da. Yay, Momulet. It gives me feeling like Romulet. Ooh, with the TTE makes it more like a name.
Oh, it really does.
Momulet. Momulet. Is that her last name?
That's
I don't
pretty
know what her
good.
first name would be. But that could be a fun last name. Momulet. Momulette. But, oh, she's very pretty. Alrighty. We shall add them to... Gotta save it. I gotta add them to the Discord before I forget. And then that'll be stream.
That
Got a
is
1. A 2.
Very nice.
Alrighty then. Well, thank you all for coming out to stream. I hope you all enjoyed. I think you all did, but I still hope it either way.
Like everyone enjoyed.
I have
Thank you for your
one last thing to do. Because I don't have an end screen yet. The end screen will happen next week, and I think going forward it'll be updated at least weekly. It depends on how difficult it is to update it. But shout out to our YouTube channel members. If you want to join, you can. It's a join button, and it is Nicole, the Lakitu Bro, Parry His Parry, which is Dylan, Aragorn, and Canadian Lucifer. So thank you all to them for supporting this channel, and we're still happy to have you all support it by just watching the videos. It means a lot that you're here, that you participate in stream, that you lurk in stream, that you watch the VOD. Again, I don't know if there's any VOD people for this sort of stream, but if you are there, we appreciate you. But thank you all for coming out. Glad you all enjoyed. Sorry it was a little short, but we didn't want to fully cancel because Thanksgiving is next week, so there will be one less stream. But we hope you all enjoyed. We hope you have a lovely, wonderful, nice weekend. And
enjoy the weekend.
Yeah, we'll
Hopefully
see you all next week.
Hopefully it's not raining where you are. Go have fun.
Go have fun indeed. And Nicole, good luck on your first day of work on Monday. Your new job. Hope it's great. And anybody else who starts anything on Monday, good luck to you guys too. And yeah, all right, guys. Thanks for hanging. Good night.
We'll see you guys soon. Have a good one.